Stories and Documentary Network.
Beneath the restless waves of the Atlantic, hidden from human eyes for millennia, lies a secret the world has almost forgotten. Imagine a city of unimaginable grandeur, its streets and temples swallowed by the ocean, yet whispering stories of a civilization far beyond its time. A place described in myth, dismissed as legend, is now emerging. Shocking evidence hints that Atlantis may not have been mere fiction. Tonight, we dive into a discovery that could rewrite history. A team of explorers, armed with cutting-edge sonar technology, has captured glimpses of structures that defy explanation. Massive stone walls, geometric formations, and artifacts that bear the marks of a people once thought lost forever. The patterns suggest a society of astonishing sophistication, a civilization whose knowledge may have rivaled, or even surpassed, the ancients we thought we understood. As the sunken city slowly reveals itself in the cold blue depths, questions flood the mind. Who built this place? Why was it lost to the sea? And most terrifyingly, what truths about human history have we been blind to for centuries? Tonight, the veil lifts. Tonight, the legend of Atlantis confronts reality. And what we are about to see could change everything. The story of Atlantis begins not with discovery, but with a warning. More than 2 millennia ago, the philosopher Plato wrote of a magnificent island kingdom, a utopia of art, science, and power, swallowed by the sea in a single cataclysmic night. To generations of scholars, explorers, and dreamers, Atlantis was a cautionary tale, a story of hubris, pride, and the fragile nature of civilizations. Yet Plato's words were more than fiction. They were fragments of a memory buried beneath time and tides, a memory that refused to die. For centuries, explorers searched the oceans and mapped uncharted islands, chasing whispers of a lost world. Some dismissed the legend as myth. Others claimed faint traces of stone structures rising from the waves. Then, in recent years, advances in underwater archaeology and sonar imaging opened doors that once seemed permanently closed. In a remote stretch of the Atlantic, thousands of meters below the surface, sonar scans revealed geometric patterns that no natural formation could replicate. Streets, walls, and what appear to be foundations of temples or grand plazas, all meticulously aligned. The geography of this site is striking. Located near the mid-Atlantic ridge, it lies at the crossroads of currents and tectonic plates, a region historically unstable yet rich in clues. Layers of sediment cover what seem to be remnants of human activity, preserved under a protective blanket of deep-sea mud. Initial analyses of recovered artifacts suggest a level of craftsmanship and engineering thought impossible for a civilization so long lost. What makes this discovery extraordinary is not just its scale, but its uncanny resonance with Plato's accounts. Concentric rings of construction, massive stone blocks, and indications of canals or waterways. These underwater remnants echo descriptions of Atlantis as a city of both beauty and power, engineered with precision and built to last. For the first time, the line between myth and history begins to blur, yet the mystery deepens. Who were the people of this city? How advanced were they? And what force could have erased them so completely from the face of the earth? Every dive, every sonar sweep, and every recovered artifact fuels the tantalizing possibility that Plato was describing not an allegory, but a forgotten chapter of human civilization, one that has lain silent beneath the waves for thousands of years, waiting for us to remember. As our submersibles glide through the shadowed blue, the outlines of an unimaginable civilization begin to emerge. Here, beneath the crushing weight of the ocean, lie structures that speak of human ingenuity far beyond anything we have traced in recorded history. Massive stone blocks, some weighing hundreds of tons, form perfectly straight walls, circles, and avenues. They are not haphazard piles of rubble, but carefully measured constructions, aligned with precision to celestial patterns, as if the city itself were an instrument tuned to the cosmos. The layout hints at a society that prized order, knowledge, and harmony. Concentric rings of buildings surround a central complex, possibly a palace or temple, suggesting a civilization deeply aware of both function and symbolism. Within these rings, narrow canals or waterways weave through the city, echoing Plato's descriptions. Could these have been transport routes, irrigation channels, or conduits for sacred rituals? The very possibility raises questions about the sophistication of Atlantis's urban planning. Artifacts recovered from the site reveal glimpses into daily life. Intricately carved figurines, ceremonial pottery, and tools of unknown alloys suggest a people skilled in both art and technology. Some objects carry inscriptions in a script yet undeciphered, while others bear patterns that hint at a mathematical understanding far beyond their time. Even fragments of what appear to be mechanical devices challenge our assumptions: pulleys, gears, and mechanisms whose purpose is only partially understood. The society itself seems to have been highly stratified, with clear distinctions between administrative centers, residential zones, and communal spaces. The scale of public buildings implies governance, law, and perhaps councils that oversaw trade, culture, and religious life. Symbols etched into stones hint at philosophical or spiritual systems, revering both the ocean that protected them and the stars that guided them. Music, art, and ritual were likely woven into the very fabric of daily existence, creating a civilization as much of intellect as of aesthetics. Even in decay, the city radiates an understanding of human needs and aspirations. Amphitheater-like structures suggest public gatherings or performances. Open courtyards, now filled with silt and coral, may have hosted markets, debates, or festivals. Every detail, the precision of the stones, the placement of ceremonial spaces, the alignment of buildings to celestial bodies, speaks of a culture that bridged the earthly and the divine, the practical and the poetic. To gaze upon these ruins is to see a society both familiar and alien. There is a human heartbeat beneath the waves, echoing in the silence, reminding us that even in myth, people once dreamed, built, and lived with a complexity we are only beginning to understand. Atlantis, if this truly is it, was not just a city. It was a vision of what humanity might achieve when intellect, art, and environment converge in perfect harmony. The deeper we descend, the more astonishing the discoveries become. What lies here beneath the crushing silence of the ocean floor challenges the very foundations of what we know about early civilizations. Massive stone blocks, cut with tools that modern archaeology struggles to replicate, suggest engineering prowess that defies time. Channels and aqueducts carved into bedrock hint at hydraulic knowledge sophisticated enough to manage water flow, prevent flooding, and sustain life on a grand scale. Some of the most striking finds are technological in nature. Bronze implements, gears, and mechanisms hint at machinery whose purpose remains a mystery. Could they have powered irrigation, construction, or even energy systems lost to history? Certain artifacts appear almost futuristic, with complex geometric designs that resemble mathematical blueprints. If these are truly Atlantean, they reveal a civilization whose scientific understanding rivaled, and may even have surpassed, our own assumptions about the ancient world. Architecture, too, is revelatory. Buildings display precision engineering, with foundations leveled to fractions of an inch, walls resistant to earthquakes and sea pressure, and structures oriented to align with solstices, equinoxes, and star systems. The concentric city layout implies urban planning with a deep understanding of social, spiritual, and environmental needs. A city designed to thrive and endure, not merely to exist. Yet the impact of these findings extends beyond mere engineering marvels. They suggest a society capable of global influence. Trade networks, possibly linking far-flung islands and continents, could have carried not just goods but ideas, art, and technology. Some artifacts bear similarities to distant ancient cultures, hinting that knowledge may have flowed from Atlantis into civilizations we now consider foundational. Could it be that the myths, symbols, and technological fragments scattered across the ancient world are echoes of this lost city? The implications are staggering. If Atlantis existed as these remnants suggest, the story of human progress must be rewritten. History, as we know it, has long assumed a linear development, from primitive tribes to advanced civilizations. But here, beneath the waves, is evidence of a society achieving remarkable complexity thousands of years earlier than thought possible. Their knowledge, lost in a single cataclysm, may explain technological anomalies that have puzzled historians for centuries. Even more provocative is the possibility that Atlantis was not just an isolated marvel, but a beacon of lost knowledge. Symbols etched into stone, artifacts designed with extraordinary precision, and structures aligned with cosmic rhythms point to a civilization striving to understand the universe itself. The city may have been both laboratory and temple, a center of inquiry, spirituality, and innovation. And yet, despite this brilliance, Atlantis was swallowed by the sea. its triumphs, inventions, and wisdom lost to time, leaving only whispers in myths and fragments in the deep. Every sonar scan, every recovered object is a reminder of human ingenuity and fragility, a civilization at the pinnacle of achievement, now silent beneath miles of water, challenging us to reconsider not just what we know, but what we believe is possible. The story of Atlantis begins not on the ocean floor, but in the words of a man who lived over 2,000 years ago, Plato. In his dialogues Timaeus and Critias, he described a civilization of unparalleled splendor, a society whose wisdom, engineering, and power rivaled anything the ancient world had seen. Plato's account, whether allegory or memory, set the stage for centuries of fascination and obsession. But Plato was not alone. Over time, countless chroniclers, philosophers, and explorers became the keepers of Atlantis's memory. Medieval mapmakers sketched islands in the Atlantic, sometimes noting submerged ruins hinted at by fishermen and sailors. Renaissance scholars debated whether Plato's tale was moral fable or record of truth, while early modern explorers scoured oceans and archipelagos for tangible evidence. In the modern era, a new breed of watchers emerged. Archaeologists, oceanographers, and adventurers armed with sonar, submersibles, and satellite imaging. These pioneers, often dismissed as dreamers or fringe researchers, followed faint echoes of Plato's vision, risking careers and credibility to chase the possibility that a lost civilization waited beneath the waves. Some discovered submerged ruins off the coast of Spain, others off the Azores, each site rekindling hope that myth and reality were converging. Among them, a few individuals stand out, visionaries who combined scientific rigor with the courage to explore the impossible. Teams meticulously document stone alignments, trace artifacts, and map submerged cities, revealing patterns that hint at deliberate urban planning. Their work uncovers not only the remnants of architecture, but also the remnants of human ambition, philosophy, and artistry. Yet Atlantis remains more than structures and artifacts. It is a tale of power, the hubris of civilizations that rise too quickly, the persistence of human curiosity, and the forces, natural and human, that can erase even the greatest achievements. From Plato's pen to the deep-sea sonar screens of today, the story of Atlantis is defined by those who watch, record, and interpret. A tapestry of thinkers, explorers, and dreamers bridging the gap between myth and history. As breathtaking as the underwater ruins are, the story of Atlantis has always been shadowed by skepticism. Scholars question whether Plato's tale was allegorical, warning of human hubris rather than literal history. Critics dismiss sonar images and scattered artifacts as coincidental formations, natural rock patterns, or misinterpreted debris. Every claim of discovery sparks debate, often hostile, with scientific communities demanding extraordinary proof for an extraordinary assertion. Yet controversy does not end with academia. The discovery itself raises profound questions. How could such a sophisticated civilization vanish so completely? If Atlantis existed, why does it not appear in other historical records, trade logs, or myths outside Plato's account? Some suggest the city's knowledge and power were deliberately erased, suppressed by rivals, natural disasters, or a combination of both. Could the most advanced human society of its time have been silenced, its achievements buried beneath the sea, waiting for modern technology to reveal them? Modern expeditions also encounter practical challenges. Deep-sea exploration is unforgiving. Crushing pressures, unpredictable currents, and technological limitations make data collection difficult and fragmentary. Artifacts are fragile. Structures lie entombed beneath layers of sediment and coral. Each dive reveals tantalizing glimpses, but no definitive answers. Interpretation becomes a minefield. One pattern may suggest human planning, another may be natural. Every new claim invites skepticism, yet the evidence grows, subtle and undeniable, like whispers from the deep. Beyond technical challenges, human forces complicate the story. Rivalries among researchers, debates over funding, and competing narratives of Atlantis as myth versus Atlantis as historical fact have shaped what is known and what remains hidden. Conspiracy theories flourish, claiming governments or institutions intentionally obscure evidence, while enthusiasts circulate images and scans promising proof of the impossible. Separating truth from hype requires patience, rigor, and discernment, and then there are the mysteries that defy explanation entirely. Some structures appear perfectly preserved, as if untouched by millennia of erosion. Certain artifacts exhibit metallurgy and craftsmanship previously unseen in ancient contexts. Even natural formations seem intentionally aligned, echoing astronomical events with uncanny precision. These enigmas hint at knowledge lost to time, technology, philosophy, or artistry that civilization may never fully reclaim. Ultimately, Atlantis exists at the intersection of myth, history, and human imagination. Every discovery fuels fascination, every debate sharpens curiosity, and every unanswered question deepens the allure. The ruins may be submerged, the city drowned, but its story continues to stir the imagination, challenging us to ask whether the truth is hidden beneath the waves, or whether history itself has been rewritten without our knowing. For all its brilliance, Atlantis could not escape fate. The night it vanished remains one of history's most haunting mysteries, a cataclysm written into myth, yet hinted at in the stones and sediment now lying beneath the waves. Theories abound, each more haunting than the last. Some suggest nature itself delivered the city to the sea. The mid-Atlantic ridge, where the newly discovered ruins lie, is a region of immense tectonic activity. Massive earthquakes could have shattered foundations, while tsunamis swept through canals and plazas, erasing streets and monuments in hours. Rising waters, sudden shifts in land, or volcanic eruptions may have sealed the city beneath miles of sediment, a silent tomb preserved in the deep ocean. Others consider the possibility of human error or hubris. Atlantis, as Plato described, was a civilization intoxicated with power and ambition. Could a misuse of advanced technology, overexploitation of resources, or social conflict have accelerated its downfall? Perhaps a city so reliant on engineering and knowledge became vulnerable when the balance of nature tipped, leaving its people helpless against forces beyond their control. Some scholars even speculate on more extraordinary causes: a sudden shift in climate, celestial events, or other phenomena that ancient peoples could neither understand nor withstand. Each hypothesis paints a different end, yet all converge on the same image: a city of immense achievement, reduced in a single sweep to ruins and memory. Whatever the mechanism, the effect was absolute. Streets, temples, and towers disappeared beneath the waves. Generations of knowledge, artistry, and technology were lost in a single night. Or so it seemed. The ocean became both grave and guardian, keeping secrets of human ingenuity and ambition hidden for thousands of years. Yet, as modern explorers uncover echoes of Atlantis, it becomes clear that even the deepest waters cannot entirely silence a civilization that once dreamed so boldly. Atlantis did not vanish merely from the physical world. It vanished from memory, leaving behind a void filled with legend, longing, and questions that still haunt historians, archaeologists, and dreamers alike. Its disappearance is a cautionary tale, a stark reminder that no matter how advanced, no civilization is immune to the forces of nature or to the passage of time. Even submerged, Atlantis continues to shape human imagination. Its legend has inspired philosophers, scientists, explorers, and artists for centuries. Now, with fragments emerging from the ocean floor, its influence takes on a new dimension. Atlantis is no longer solely myth. It may be history, and with it, a profound challenge to what we thought we knew about our past. In science, the discovery forces a reconsideration of early human knowledge. Engineering feats, urban planning, and potential technology hidden beneath the waves suggest that ancient civilizations may have reached levels of sophistication previously thought impossible. Scholars are prompted to re-examine anomalies in archaeology, literature, and art, asking whether fragments of Atlantean knowledge influence civilizations across the globe. Culturally, Atlantis resonates as a symbol of aspiration and loss. It embodies human ingenuity, the pursuit of knowledge, and the fragility of achievement. Artists and writers have long drawn inspiration from its story, imagining cities of impossible beauty, advanced societies, and civilizations undone by their own ambitions. Today, as the ruins rise from the ocean floor through the lens of modern exploration, these myths gain a grounding in reality, merging legend and discovery into a narrative that captivates the world. On a personal level, Atlantis speaks to something universal: the desire to explore, to uncover, and to remember. Its story reminds humanity that knowledge is fragile, and that even the most advanced societies can vanish in an instant. But it also reminds us that curiosity, perseverance, and ingenuity can illuminate the shadows left by history. The implications of this underwater revelation ripple far beyond academic debate. If Atlantis existed as the evidence suggests, it is a testament to human potential, a civilization that reached extraordinary heights and left a legacy hidden yet enduring. Its rediscovery invites us to imagine, to question, and to marvel at what has been lost and what might yet be learned. Atlantis is no longer just a story from Plato's dialogues. It is a living challenge to the way we understand our past, our present, and the possibilities of human civilization itself. The ocean is patient. It swallows entire worlds, yet holds their memory in silence. Atlantis lies beneath the waves, a city of marvels and mystery, both vanished and eternal. As light fades through the deep blue veil, the ruins whisper of ambition, genius, and the fragile nature of human achievement. We may never know the full story of the people who built it, or the exact night the waters claimed them. Yet in every carved stone, in every artifact recovered from the depths, there is proof that history is not fixed, that civilization can rise, fall, and leave echoes for us to uncover. Atlantis endures, not in textbooks or charts, but in our imagination, our curiosity, and our unrelenting drive to explore the unknown. Beneath the waves, it waits, patient and eternal. And perhaps, when we dare to listen, the ocean speaks, reminding us that some stories, no matter how deep they are buried, can never be forgotten.